what have we learned so far? First, we study their habits, you spot the patterns and it trigger. We talk about the habit model of cue plus behavior plus rewards, like using the toothpaste example. Number 2, we study anomalies. What is odd? Why is it happen? Good reference on the cake was the mixed cake powder, which didn't sell well because it made housewife feel guilty using it. Right? Number 3, confluence. When some noticeable behaviors are a result of multiple influence, right? How interracial marriage happens now than ever. How different factors come into play, ranging from economic integration to the world, international entertainment content, wide coverage of airlines, and the rise of language education sector. Number 4, the understanding of frustrations. Compare as if versus the should be. The development of USB and USB drive and the brand due to the frustration of an Intel engineer who instead of just continue to handle with different types of connectors, which there should be a simple way to standardize all the connections. Number 5, questioning the orthodoxies, asking what if. The launch of Polaroid is how asking what ifs helps reveal the insight about the possible need, as well outline the technical issue that we need to address. Number 6, comprehension of the extreme. What makes people do some extreme behaviors? Recall the example of Apple fans queuing in front of the store night before iPhone come available. That's never about just a piece of technology. It's the experience of that extremes who wanted to be part of the brand story. Number 7, immersion. How putting yourself through consumer experience earn you better insight. The development of children toothbrush, something we took for granted that we know how to brush our teeth, was actually very different from children.
So questions. What are the signs and the signals that we have arrived at a very valid insight? Is there any telltale signs for that?
You need to feel it. You should feel, aha, or wow, right? An insight differs from observations in the fact that it is not immediately visible or evidential, but that it only becomes clear when you are actually confronting with it, or as Steve Jobs described it before. A lot of times, people don't know what they want until you show it to them. A strong insight is equal to a sort of aha experience. A combination of surprise and something similar. It entails a lot of view on something which was implicit all the time. To get these aha moments, you need to have a deep understanding of your consumer in their real life. Yeah?
Another telltale sign is that the feeling of it's me, or I thought I was the only one to feel it suddenly occurred to you. So the second basic aspect of a strong consumer insight is relevance. So a strong insight automatically calls for familiarity, sometimes even to the extent that you may even learn things about yourself that you were not aware before. So as people verbal exchange is sometimes only a camouflage they put on. So high potency insight is things that a normal person cannot quite grasp or articulate for themselves, but once spoken out loud would strike through their heart very impactfully. So try to get as close as possible to your target audience when understanding the relevance of an insight.
Another sign of getting a good insight is tension. Behind every strong insight lies a need to improve an existing condition. So in other words, it's not just about being relevant or eye-opening or mind-blowing revelations. Consumers should also feel the need to change something in the existing situation, right? So how long should I spend on identifying an insight?
I think it's as long as you enjoy to do so without getting bored of it. However, generally, business speaking and professionally, we're not allowed to have a very long time. So one way to prevent this problem of wasting time is to always seek to understanding and validify it with your own consumers and people more senior than you. And don't treat finding insight as a project by project. treat it as something, as an always-on effort, that one thing leading to the next.
So, what if I'm not sure that the discovery insight is a good one?
So this is where articulation would come into play. So articulation is a technique that will help you to revisit all of your found information of your thoughts, hypotheses, and rewrite them in a clearer fashion and statement. So this is a quintessence, this crystallize all of things about your insights. So aside from that, sometimes this could come in a form of a reinterpretation from your partner agencies after they internalize all of the information that you have shared about your own insights as well. And don't get offended. So instead, be happy that your partners are willing to work very hard with you and trying to re-articulate insights in a way that works best for your business.
Discovering insight is a starting point. It's like when you find a diamond rock, you will still need to cut it, polish it into a good diamond, right? The next part, we will cover how to articulate insight so that our discovery are not just sentences or phrases, so that our insight become a worthwhile diamond, something that would allow us to change the game in our brand building world.